My name is Michele Monserratt-Ramos, and I'm from Los Angeles. I'm the Kathy Olson Patient Safety Advocate with Consumer Watchdog, and I work with families across the state of California who've been harmed by medical negligence. I became a statewide and national advocate following the tragic death of my husband-to-be, Lloyd Monserratt. Lloyd entered a Los Angeles hospital for surgery and died 3 days later with no cause given for his death. I had to launch an investigation on my own. Two coroner's reports concluded that Lloyd died from surgical errors, an untreated surgical site infection, and septic shock. I also discovered that Lloyd's surgeon had a long arrest record for possession of crack cocaine and prostitution. There were other victims as well. What pains me was that I went to the medical board website and searched for information on Lloyd's doctor, but his profile was clean. The board had information on Lloyd's surgeon that he did not have the right to know. This lack of transparency cost Lloyd his life. I can't emphasize enough how incredibly difficult death by medical negligence or a death that could have been prevented is to cope with. Yet when families seek accountability and justice through the medical board, we soon find out there is none. There was no accountability for Lloyd. He died tragically, yet the medical board found his death not worthy of investigation. His complaint was dismissed at the Central Complaint Unit with no interview, no opportunity to challenge it, nothing. I also faced a lack of accountability due to the microcap. 46 years ago, when the legislature imposed the cap and took away legal deterrence for harm done by physicians, the medical board's powers were enhanced with the promise that the board would fill in that accountability gap. That promise was never realized. This is not my first sunset review, and it is not Consumer Watchdog's first sunset review. For decades, we have watched the legislature make changes around the margins and give the medical board another 4 years with their promise to change. Yet the same failures continue. It is time for a complete overhaul of the board. If you die anywhere else in California, your death will be investigated. Yet, when our loved ones die at the hands of a doctor, the majority of those deaths, like Lloyd's, are never investigated. I work with many of the families you are hearing from every single day. We need you to commit to your constituents and our families that you will overhaul this board and truly make consumer protection paramount. Thank you.